Hey guys, it's Annabelle from Artist Cottage. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we're going to do a soft girl painting. Alright, so first we're just going to go ahead and do the outline of the portrait in pencil with our first layer after I made the background color like this light peach. Then we're going to make a second layer and do the sort of outline structure of the portrait, and then we're going to do the nose. And then the lips. And then the eyebrows. Then we are going to erase that top layer. And then we're going to start on the hair. And we're just going to do, I don't like to do each individual strand, I just like to do sections of hair. I find that much easier, especially with the painting. Like with color pencil drawings, like I really like to, like, very detailed oriented. But with this, I'm not very detailed oriented, so I'm just going to sort of block that in there, especially because this is just the outline phase of the painting. If you hear a noise in the background, that's probably a laundry machine. Okay, now I'm going to do the flower crown. And then I'm going to outline that in pink just to distinguish the flowers from the rest of the outline of the actual portrait. And now I'm going to go in there with a like a peach that isn't super light, just for the shadows of the side of the face. And this is with an airbrush. And then we're going to do super light on the forehead. And then slightly darker, but still kind of pale on the nose. And then that same color on the rest of the face. And yes, this will cover up most of the outline, but we'll get back to that one. And then we're going to do blush with this peach color. And we're just going to blend that in like you would blend in makeup. And then we are going to do, yes, we're going to outline the nose and the shadowy peach. The shady peach. And in this dark peach, we're going to outline the bottom of the nose, and then we're going to highlight the tip of the nose in white. And then we're going to blend that all together. This is all airbrushing, by the way. And then we're going to take like this dull brown, like it's almost black, right? And we're going to do the bottom of the nose shadow. Oops. And then we are going to do the nostrils by turning up the opacity to make it darker. Well, not darker, but yeah, to make it more noticeable, to make it less soft. And then we're going to outline the nose in like this dark brown. But with the opacity still pretty low, so it's not just like crazy. And then we're actually going to do that. Yeah. Okay, so now we are going to do the eyes. And I just take a black ink and then turn down the opacity to create the sort of gray for the top of the eyelids. And then I'm going in there with some airbrushing this pink color. It's a super gross Pepto-Bismol pink. I know, I hate it too. But it creates a nice base color for the peach that we're going to do. So we're going to blend in this orangey red, and then we're going to blend it all together. I didn't do this exactly for the second eye. I just like found a better color. But you can barely tell the difference. And so how I got the color for the second eye was just by tapping on it, and then you get that color. And then I just sort of blended everything together. And then what I did is I created a highlight on the eye to create a glossy effect, and then I just blended that in like eyeshadow, because it is eyeshadow. I'm a genius. And then yeah, we just blended that in more. And then we're going to take the same dull brown, and we are going to create a shadow for the eyelids, because the eyes are very set deep into the face. And then we are going to do the lash line, and then we are going, and then we are going to do the eyelashes. And I like to use like a brown instead of a black, so it's more natural. And then I'm just going to blend in the top shadow. Yeah, so we're just going to keep blending that in, like down to the side of the nose, to really carve that out. Wow. Okay, so yeah, now we are going to bring in the blush closer up to the eyes to really add more to the cheeks, and we're going to make that bit lighter and blend that all together. And then, like I said, take that pink by taking a sample from the other eye, making that super light on the eyelid. Make an eyeshadow on the top of the eye, just like the other eye. So you're pretty much doing the exact same thing. I always have a hard time drawing the second eye. I think that's like a thing for like artists in general, that it's just like super hard, but I've gotten like better at it in drawing portraits for a while in digital and non-digital art. And so yeah, you're just gonna make that lighter and bring the blush up to make more of a cheek. And now we're going to do the lips. We're going to do a second layer of soft airbrushing with a red and a peach. So this is really like how you draw super aesthetic South Korean lips. And just sort of erase with a low opacity around the lips, and just sort of erase there. And yeah, this is just me like fixing the erasing and stuff like that. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to take just like a sort of pink, lighter red, and just outline the upper lip and the bottom lip, and then we're going to take some highlight along the middle of the top lip and the middle of the bottom lip, even though like the lips aren't really formed yet, and just create some more detail with some dark lines. Hear that silence me drinking water. Hydrate or dihydrate, guys. Alright, now I'm just going to blend that in. And now I'm going to do the eyebrows. I forgot what this brush is called, but it's one of the artistic ones. I think you might be able to see it in this video. I mean, I'm recording this and doing the art separately, so I kind of forgot. Anyway, so now I'm going to take a thinner pen, and I'm just going to create more detail in the individual eyebrow hairs. And I'm just making it slightly lighter just so it stands out a little bit. And I'm just blending in that more. Just any finishing touches. And now I'm going to do down to the neck because I find I always forget about the neck. And the neck never turns out as good as everything else. It's just like, oh, poor neck. Whatever. And now this is just me playing with the background color. You can really do the background color any color you'd like. But I just opted to go back to my original idea so it's not too washed out, because that would be way too much pink. And so now I'm just going to do some airbrushing into the hair, even though this is just color blocking really. In this lovely shade of pink. Dark pink, I guess. I don't know what you call this. I don't know all the fancy names for colors. I just know like dark pink, light pink, whatever. And then I'm just going to, I think this, yeah, like an oriental brush. I think you might have to go back to the video. And just to create some more detail, just sort of lighter, like a dustier rose, I guess. Hey, that's a fancy color name. And then some smaller white strokes, just sort of lighter. Like that. Yeah, just kind of finishing that up, right up in there. Wow, we're almost done. It's been quite the journey. Alright, now we're just gonna make the shirt white, because I'm too lazy to do any other detail, because this has been exhausting, but fun. Now I'm going to do the white flowers, just sort of block that in there with like a watercolor. And then like go back in there with some very, very light pink, like you can barely even notice it. And then outline those in yellow for the finishing touch. But hey, people, there is more. We're going to create another layer, I tell you. But we're not really going to do anything. We're just going to take some super light yellow and airbrush it over the top. Thank you. Like and subscribe.